Hi, my name is Lindy from Project Portfolio Office. So PPO has functionality that allows you to configure dependencies between custom lists. So PPO out of the box has a dependency that's set up between the phase and the status of the project. So before I go into the details, I just want to show a visual view of that. So here you can see I have my phases at the top and below I have my statuses. So if I am in pre-initiating, my status of my project can either only be proposed, on hold, or rejected, whereas if I am in my closing phase, my status can either only be active or completed. So we have the ability to apply a dependency for these on PPO. So if I just go to my project list, I'm going to drill into any one of these projects just to demonstrate it. So yeah, you can see if I go to my phase and status, if I'm in pre-initiating, the only options that I have is proposed, on hold, or rejected. Whereas if I am in closing phase, I can either only be active or completed. So how we go about setting this up, if you are a PPO administrator, you hover over administration and select dependencies. Here is the existing dependency that's already set up, and I'm just going to talk through this one. So we give it a description. So yeah, we've said project, phase versus status. We select the parent custom list, which in this case is the phase. Child custom list is the status, and then here we start setting up the actual dependency. So if I am in pre-initiating, I can only be proposed, on hold, rejected, versus if I'm in closing, I can only be active and completed. Once you have added your dependency, you have to go and apply it to the specific data field. So if I just go to administration and select data fields, I'm looking at my project entity data fields. And if I just scroll to the bottom, the field that we apply the dependency to is the child. So in this case, it's the status. So if I open up my status field, here you can see you have the ability to select the dependency that you've created, and you also need to specify the parent field, which is the phase. What I'm going to demonstrate next is what a user would see in the front end if you haven't linked all your child values to the parent values. So if I just go back to my dependency, I'm going to go into edit mode. So let's say, as an example, I did not link my completed status to any of my parent values, and I submit this. What a user would see in the front end, so if I go and edit a project now, and I select my phase, you'll see that there is an unlinked category over here, or grouping, showing that this value has not been linked to any of the parent values, which is the phase. So to fix that, you would just go back to your dependency, click on edit. Here, if you click on unlinked, you'll see that completed hasn't been linked. I can then go and set my completed status for closing and benefit tracking as an example. If I submit that and I go back to a project, that would have been rectified. So if I now click here, you don't see any unlinked items. Other examples of dependencies that might be valuable based on your scenario is on a project or resource level, division versus business unit, or country versus city, or even on the cost entity, a dependency between the category of costs and the subcategory. I hope you found this valuable. Thanks for watching.